This is CBS 4 News at 5.
CBS 4 News is following two breaking news stories right now. The first, 2 people are dead and several others hurt after a shooting inside a Broward Transit bus. The shooting also led to a crash on West Broward Boulevard.
CBS 4's Austin Carter joins us from where that bus stopped, right in front of the Fort Lauderdale Police Station. Austin.
And Carly, these updates we're getting from police, very fluid. CBS 4 News.
Austin staying on top of those breaking details for us. Thank you. The shooting leading to a crash on West Broward Boulevard, a heavily traveled road.
Let's get right to CBS 4's traffic. Noah Blaustein with a look at the impact for drivers. Noah.
We could see some showers and storms this evening. Live cameras showing overcast skies, and you can see some showers already brewing there on the radar. Let's send it over to meteorologist Dave Warren. Dave.
Measure of security for Broward County schools. The district is preparing to begin random searches. Broward County has the 6th largest school district in the nation, and this would impact tens of thousands of students.
Today we are learning how the random searches will be conducted. CBS 4's Ted Scouten was there when the district unveiled this process. So Ted, how are school leaders going to pick those who are searched?
Well, Elliot and Carl.
We continue to follow breaking news from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The State Department has confirmed that a U.S. citizen was killed in Ukraine. Ukrainian leaders say his name was James Whitney Hill. This is at least the 2nd American killed there.
We're also getting video of the aftermath of the shelling that destroyed a school. At least 3 people died, 5 others were hurt. The U.S. is evaluating and documenting potential war crimes committed by Russia. For CBS 4, Skylar Henry reports.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken confirmed 1 American was among them.
We continue to follow breaking news. 2 people are dead and 2 others hurt in a shooting on a Broward Transit bus. A suspected gunman, we are told, is in custody, and we're going to have a live update from the scene just ahead at 5:30. Well, another day, another reminder of all the housing help needed in South Florida, and CBS 4 is committed to helping you navigate through the housing crisis. This evening, we can report there is help coming for residents in Miami-Dade County.
But even the mayor herself will tell you it's not enough. CBS 4's Joe Murray has another tenant story of struggle, one that so many in South Florida can relate to.
Nadira Sabir has lived in CBS 4 News.
The housing crisis is hitting a lot of South Floridians hard, and many are desperate for help. That's why CBS 4 wants your stories to show the crisis you're in or how you navigated the system. We will highlight these issues and work to get answers and solutions. So send us an email at housing@cbs.com. Well, we are watching the radar tonight for showers and storms, and as you plan your weekend, we want to find out how long those rain chances will stick around. So let's send it right over to CBS 4 meteorologist Dave Warren.
Yes, primarily over the interior.
Robotics, that is so cool.
Yeah.
They could teach me a thing or two. Well, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates to combat inflation, and more hikes are expected. At 5:30, we take a look at what that means for you and for your wallet.
CBS 4 News at 5:30.
We continue to follow breaking news now at 5:30. Reports that 2 people have been killed after a shooting on a Broward Transit bus.
Let's send it right over to CBS 4's Austin Carter. He is live at the scene. So, Austin, what have you learned in these last 30 minutes?
Yeah, and so Carly, we're really getting an update on those who were aboard.
We brought that shooting to you yesterday as breaking news.
It happened in northwest Miami-Dade. CBS 4's Peter Dench joins us with reaction from that grandfather. Peter.
Well, Carly and Elliot.
5:30, we've reported that inflation hit a 40-year high. That's why the Federal Reserve approved the first interest rate hike in more than 3 years. And this is just the first of several expected hikes. So what does it mean for you? CBS 4's Jacqueline Quinn shows us how we may be impacted by this rate hike.
So let's go ahead and apply this to the real world.
We've had some swings in our weather in recent months, from getting down into the 30s to reaching record highs within the last week. So what will the months ahead bring?
Could we see heavy rain and flooding, maybe some drier weather? The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released their spring forecast today. So Dave, You're the expert on this.
Right.
Tell us more about
Well, this
that.
is for April, May, and June, and halfway through that period, we start the rainy season.
Would you ever think we would say we missed $3.50 again?
No.
As expensive as it is to fill up your tank, imagine filling up at $7.37, carrying 6,000 gallons of fuel.
And sky-high jet fuel prices could mean your next plane ticket will also be pricey. And your ticket price may not be the only way airlines are trying to pass that cost on to you. Spring break starts at the airport, where people are flying more than ever since the start of the pandemic, and they're already paying more. Experts say to book early and keep in mind you can almost always cancel your ticket and get a credit or even a full refund.
We are watching for showers and storms. Let's get meteorologist Dave Warren.
Yes, the storms.
We are staying on top of breaking news. 2 people are dead after a shooting on a Broward transit bus. 2 others were hurt as a result of the shooting on the bus. We are told 1 person was taken into the police station for questioning. There are some showers on the radar tonight. Let's send it right over to meteorologist Dave Warren with the forecast. Dave, we might be trying to celebrate St. Patrick's Day tonight.
Yeah, it should be okay. A little bit of rain won't.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has reportedly spoken in recent days to the leaders of Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, showing up support there for his invasion of Ukraine.
Russia has always sought influence in the Western Hemisphere as a counterbalance to U.S. prominence in the region. CBS 4's Hank Tester reports on why we here in South Florida need to be aware of that.
2019 dramatic video.
2 people were shot and killed inside a Broward transit bus.
Chopper 4 live over what is still an active scene outside of the Fort Lauderdale Police Department headquarters, where that bus came to a stop.
And we can confirm that the alleged gunman is in custody right now.
CBS 4's Austin Carter is live at the scene with everything that we know so far. So, Austin, can you break it all down for us?
Absolutely, and Carly, this still remains an active investigation.
For that, we have breaking news right now and live pictures at a Burger King near Miami Gardens. We can now confirm that a female employee there was involved in a dispute with a customer inside the restaurant in the 3400 block of Northwest 167th Street.
Well, that argument spilled out into the parking lot, where police tell us the employee shot at the customer. The victim took off, and police do not know where that person is. The employee was taken into custody. Police don't know right now what led to all of this, so keep it here on CBS 4 for the latest on both of these breaking stories.
And now to Housing Help, our continuing commitment to help you navigate through the South Florida housing crisis. At 5 o'clock, we introduce you to a person's struggle with skyrocketing rent.
And now at 6, we delve into what could become of a tenant's Bill of Rights to help them fight their landlord's exorbitant rent hikes. CBS 4's Joan Murray is live in North Miami Beach with how all of this could come about.
Joan, you have the story of one family being hit very hard by this.
Yeah, she is a tenant.
Now at 6, an added layer of protection designed to keep your children safer at school by keeping guns off campus.
Random searches impacting middle and high school students in Broward. It's happening throughout Broward County.
CBS 4's Ted Scouten is live in Pembroke Pines with the details. Ted, guns on campus, that seems to be a growing problem lately.
Yeah, the superintendent saying this is not just a Broward.
Also tonight, more than 3 million Ukrainians have left their homes looking for safety and medical care amid war at home. Local doctors and volunteers from the Miami chapter of United Hatzalah, a nonprofit medical organization, have been nearby in Moldova for the last 3 weeks. CBS 4's Trish Christakis spoke this morning with the doctor that's leading the team.
Without a doubt, there have been some very hairy situations, but I'm trying to remain focused.
Happening now, the Miami-Dade County Youth Fair is back.
Live pictures here from the fairgrounds, where the gates opened just about 2 hours ago.
The fair is marking a big milestone this year, 70 years of fun for all ages. As you can see in these live pictures behind us, some people are wasting no time checking out what the fair has to offer, including my favorite, corn on the cob when they dip it into the butter and you put a lot of salt.
Cake.
And the funnel cake
well,
too.
I guess sweet and salty, so that balances out.
Perfect.
CBS 4's Brooke Schaefer was there.
the Miami-Dade Youth Fair.
Here's another cool thing about Miss Nyack. She has used her coding and engineering skills and taught the children robotics. And her students are not just competing, they're also winning at the state level. So congratulations to her and all of her students. Well, we hope you're like us, wearing green today because it is St. Patrick's Day, and as we celebrate, so does Clover the dog. Clover is dressed in her St. Patrick's Day finest as she goes out for her walk. This week marks 2 years since she's been in her forever home. Clover's dad held a birthday party for her this week. You may recall she was found near death roaming the Everglades. Video showed her bottom jaw hanging. She had been shot. Vets were able to save her by removing part of her jaw. She is still able to eat, and she eats quite well. This morning, Clover enjoyed corned beef, cabbage, and carrots, of course. For dinner, it is kale and chicken. And by the way, all of Clover's meals are homemade. Quite the life for Clover.
She looks good in green.
I think so. Appropriate name. Yes, right. Well, the Heat prepping for Oklahoma City and their second consecutive victory.
And March Madness is upon us as his Canes prep for tomorrow's big game. We're talking to the team's coach. Harry Chickma has that in sports next. That does it for CBS 4 News at 6, but the news does not stop. We're streaming 24 hours a day.
For breaking news, weather, and more stories with depth, go to CBS News Miami. Now live on CBS News app and on Pluto TV. The CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell is next.
We'll see you after basketball tonight.